Oh, is this thing on? Oops, silly me. Sorry, just me primping. Well, thanks for joining me today. I just want to spend the next couple of minutes telling you a little bit about my story. My name is Melissa Prickett. I'm married to a wonderful husband of 12 years. We live in Chicago with our dog, Jester, who's my little running buddy. And I'm an account executive, so I'm a salesperson. And I work crazy hours in sales, but I'm also a Team Beachbody independent health and fitness coach online. And that's something I just recently started in the last year or so, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about where I was and how I got to where I'm at today. But, I was healthy as a kid. I was active, I was an athlete, I ate, my vegetables, and I drank my milk, and, I maintained a healthy lifestyle as a child. It's just how my parents raised me. But then after high school, I moved out of my parents' house. I would, be eating, Captain Crunch or ramen noodles for dinner. I worked at a pizza place. It's a part-time job, and I ate there a couple nights a week. So I just, after I moved out of my parents' house, lived a very unhealthy lifestyle. Fast forward 10 years, met my husband. He wined and dined me. We go to a lot of music festivals, Cubs games. I got big. I got really big. And, I was so unhealthy. I was eating canned soup or, pizza, pop it in the oven, eat the pizza for dinner, and then I'd fall asleep on the couch, just exhausted every night. And it was really unhealthy. And I smoked. I smoked for 19 years, and that was probably the worst thing I could ever do for myself. But one day I woke up. I saw a coworker who had lost some weight on Weight Watchers. I realized that if he could do it, I could do it, and that was it. I changed my outlook. I had quit smoking a couple of months prior. I went on Weight Watchers. I did that for a while, and I started exercising for the first time in probably a long time. And I did a ton of stuff. I joined a gym. I hired a personal trainer. I loved being outdoors, so I was running a lot. I was going to the pool in the summer, swimming laps, a couple miles, taking the dog for a walk, anything I could do to stay active. And I was fit. I was looking good. And I don't know what it was, but one day I had probably seen an infomercial for a Beachbody program. It's called Chalene Extreme. And I picked that up, and I did that, and I got in the best shape of my life. It was kind of nice because I could just do it in my basement and get my workout done in the morning before I went to work, even if it was dark out. And so that was really some great success I had. And then I met Ann Dorian, and our husbands worked together, and she said, hey, I can see that you're really into health and fitness. I'm inspired by you, and we have this online Facebook private accountability challenge group. Would you like to join us? And we talked a little bit about the Beachbody products. I had not tried Shakeology at the time. My only exposure was Chalene Extreme, but I was kind of interested in Insanity. Anne had just finished Pump, and she was really excited about that. So I said, you know what, I'm in. I quit my gym membership. I was really looking for something to kind of mix up my workouts and keep it interesting, and I got into her challenge group. And every day I got up and I played a video, drank my Shakeology, I posted in the group, and it was really motivating. I really enjoyed the camaraderie, seeing what the different workouts everybody was doing, and I really enjoyed that. And she asked me a couple times if I wanted to join her in the business, and it just wasn't my cup of tea. I was working a lot of hours, and just to stay healthy was good enough for me. But then fast forward about 6 months, and I had a shoulder injury. I'm not sure what I did to my shoulder, but I ended up tearing my rotator cuff. I don't think it was exercise related, but I had to have surgery. And so I had been drinking my Shakeology a couple of times a week, not every day. And it was good because it was filling me up and giving me nutrients, but I didn't, fully believe in the power of it yet. And so I had my surgery, and of course now I can't cook for myself. So Ann said, well, drink your Shakeology every morning. You can blend that up. And if you're going to drink it every day, you might as well sign up as a discount coach, which totally made sense to me. So of course I did that. And she said, oh, and since you're such a great example of these products, you can share with other people. I said, nope, I'm not interested. Thank you very much. And she accepted that. So, fast forward, 4 or 5 months, I'm drinking Shakeology every day. I'm healing from my injury. I'm getting back into some other programs. And, Ann came to me and she said, you're just proof that this product works. You're a shining example of, the lifestyle that we lead as a Beachbody coach. I'd really love to, have you start sharing this with other people. And it was probably the worst time in my life to be able to take on something new. My husband had not worked in 3/4 of a year. I was working crazy hours, stressful, just trying to keep my contract job. We didn't have health insurance, just a lot of stress going on in my life. It was the last thing that I wanted to do. But I said, you know what I'm doing now, I don't see anything ever changing as a result of, working for somebody else now. And so I said, I'll try it. I'll give it a go. And she enrolled me into some free online training that I did at my own time. I did a couple hours a week over the course of a month. And it worked. I applied the principles that I learned, and I started to share my experience with other, like-minded people who I thought needed help losing weight or getting fitter or getting stronger, or people who were looking to make extra money. And there was no turning back after that. I had a couple of bumps and starts, along the road. It probably took me about 6 months of, starting and stopping to fully realize how impactful this business can be to not only myself, but my family and my friends. And, within 6 months, I really started to dive in, and I started to create my own challenge groups, and I started to, invite more and be part of the network. And, I paid off all of my medical bills from my insurance, from my surgery. I got new teeth, which was a lifetime, not a lifetime goal of mine, but something I had been wanting for about 10 years, and I just didn't have the funds to do it. And now I'm working on saving for our next vacation, hoping, we're looking to pay off our Cubs tickets this year in advance versus putting it on the credit card and then paying it off. And Beachbody has allowed me to do this by helping other friends and family members, get healthy and fit and have that accountability and that support group. So I'm just floored by this opportunity. I still obviously work, in my sales job, and I do that full time all day long, and I'm stressed, and I'm in the car all the time, and I'm eating lunch in the car by myself, but I'm listening to positive messages, and I'm sharing this information with friends and family member and like-minded people in the evenings and the weekends. And it's just growing to be a very positive experience in my life. And I'm just very grateful. So I hope you made it this long, and thanks for joining me.